Kosa Koko Tamaram Koko Pagati. I want to ask some questions on the ground in the community here in Kailichwa and in the Western Cape area regarding the Traditional Leaders Council. I've done regulations to say they are asking 1,500 for a traditional leader to register, and 100 rand for a Twasan to register, and 5,000 rand when Gobela wants to Twasisa. What's your take?
Overall, I think the initial thinking of it is in the right place, or going towards the right place, but the way it's going about it is maybe not aligned with the vision. Because thinking as Ami Twasa, because I think I come from privilege, I can afford that 100 rand, but not a lot of us, especially out Twasa. You know, it's very difficult, it's traumatic, there's a lot of challenges that are coming up, and money is usually a big challenge to us, you know. So having that expectation is kind of, it's pushing it a little bit, but it's something that is not too far-fetched. But when it comes to the Gobela, I'm not a Gobela, so I wouldn't know, but having all the information jotted down and then having to pay that much to Twasa, I think it's a bit too much. Because already, we are already challenged. And finances, every Twasa, every Gobela, every nation will tell you, finances is a big thing. It's a challenge. So how do I feel about that? I would not be okay with it, because I think right at the beginning when it's introduced, it's a bit jarring. But if we could just let me tune it a little bit, see how the community actually is, how the traditional space is on the ground, you know, how it works, the grassroots, yeah, how it actually operates, then they can better work so it can fit both the initiates, the institution, and the legislation, because it has to work for each other, you know, and it can't just be there when it works and then not for us. Yeah, so I don't know how I feel about it, but right now I would not be okay with it.
And then how do you feel as Twasa if you are the regulation is proposing that the Twasan stays for a year, and you know that our spirits got different spiritual guides in Moya.
Yeah.
So what is your take on the situation where they are saying or proposing that Twasan must stay for a year, and then the Gobela must put all the personal information of you during the year in a log? How do you feel about it?
I feel like that's invasion of my spiritual and personal privacy, because coming here, it's sacred, and it's between me and Amatozwam and Ukobela. So now to enter a third party that is, I don't know what the information, I don't know who they are, and spirit is very sensitive. So I wouldn't want my information to be logged like that, because I feel like it's accessible to anybody, right, spiritual-wise. And then to stay a year set, that's unapproachable. People's spirit's journey is different. Some people are just going to be there for, like for me, for the Undao, I was just there for 2 weeks because I had to do the process. But here I'm here for 6-7 months now. So if I had to be Undao for 2 weeks and then I'm forced to be there for a year, I feel like it would make things more difficult spiritually, because now I'm being forced to be something that I'm not. And you're putting spirit into a box where it's just meant to be free and to form as it wants. And if you says you're done, I'm done. And you shouldn't tell me and box me and tell me what I should do when spirit hasn't said that. So I feel like that is not in tune with what spirit and traditional healing is about. So even that, I don't feel good about it.
Okay, then my last question to you is, in the regulation is proposed that a person under the age of 18 cannot register. What is your take on a student that is maybe 10 years old or 16 years old that can be persuaded and is a perfect tenor or a Gobela? What's your take?
That's a tricky one. And this is just a personal experience, because the first time I had conscious knowledge of my spirit, I was young. But when I was young, I don't feel like, now knowing what I know about the person and feeling, I don't think I'll be okay to be a person that young. But at the same time, if you need to be there, you need to be there. So it's a give and take. And I feel like maybe if somebody's under the age of 18, then they should have a guardian, somebody whom they know they can trust, who can be there with them. But not just to say it's a no-go or this is what has happened. So spirit is it's fluid. So you can't give it set regulations and set rules and say this is what needs to happen. It has to find a balance, and it's difficult because rules are set, protocol, but spirit does not fit into a box. So I don't have a yes or no, good or bad. I'm just like, it has to form and flow according to the situation at hand at the time.
And my last question to you is, many healers in South Africa are suggesting that the extension, there must be extension for the 20th of September is the last date that anybody can do a submission to the Transgenders Council to give their inputs regarding the regulation. Are you saying, what is your input? Are you saying the 20th is enough, or are you saying we need the extension so that our point of views as leaders could be heard? What is your say?
Definitely an extension, because I didn't even know about it and I'm in the process. So I don't think enough information has been given to us who actually live in the experience to know that we want to or not give input. You know, the 20th is it's less than a month from now, you know, so I still have to process what's going on and know what my views are and what I want to do and if I'm against or for it, you know. And if it's just that, then I'm not considered, you know. So I feel like we're not considered when it comes to the rules and what they want to attain for the rules. So an extension would be beneficial, so we know what's going on and what we want to get out of it, because it has a mutual beneficial. So definitely extension.